Happy New Year 2022, everybody. Thank you for another amazing year, another fantastic year. You know what? Let's do some fireworks right now. Yeah! What a great, nice Baboon Rising going for it again. He's done. Everyone was telling me I need to play a fireworks zombie tonight. Fireworks deck. No. Want to see fireworks? I'll show you fireworks. That is what I'm talking about. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today we are streaming on New Year's 2021. It's actually right now starting the stream about a half an hour before midnight here in Toronto, which is Eastern time. And as our tradition is, I am going to be showing you the best deck for every single plant hero. I will be doing the zombie heroes in a different day sometime later this week. So I am going to be going through the heroes one at a time, explain the deck as I usually do, explain why I think it is the best deck of that hero. And then I'm going to be playing one game with each deck. So we're going to be playing 11 games, one for each plant hero. All right, for the first deck, we are actually going to give this one to the Discord community. So there is a community there known as the Reddit community or the Discord community, PvZ Heroes, Reddit and Discord, respectively. We're gonna give that to this deck to them, the Green Shadow, because this was one of the decks that came out of that community. It is called A Beans, which is aggro beans. I would say it's a little bit more of a tempo deck than necessarily an aggro deck. You can play it with Admiral Navy Bean and just absolutely spam beams until they die. You can also just make really good trades. You know, for example, if you have a Rotobig, instead of going face for 4 damage, if you can kill a minion for free, you're going to take that. So I was also going to consider this a tempo deck, but it plays aggressively. We had a lot of success with this on stream. I really think this is a good candidate for the best Green Shadow deck. Really powerful cards are going to be the Jelly Beans. This puts a 5/4 in the field, especially if you're playing it on an Amphibious Bean. It'll create a 5/4, bounce another guy. We're also running a couple Gatling Peas, running 2. Could even run more, but I think this is good. I find the Grocerum actually is very, very good in terms of making a good trade, buffing a Rotobega, then it does 8 damage, playing around Weed Spray. There's just a lot of little things. The Grocerum seems like a really good inclusion. I'm actually just going to be playing this deck exactly as they made it without any changes. It seems to be actually a really solid deck list. Bongshai definitely has its uses. So yeah, so let's get right into the game. So we usually do bets for these streams. So today is going to be we're going to have 11 games. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm not necessarily going to go 11-0. I know we're playing the best deck for each hero, but, you know, these decks usually anyway end up with about between an 80 and 90% win rate, even for the best decks, because everything has its weaknesses and it's a card game. So we're not necessarily going to go 11-0 as much as I would like that to happen tonight. So we're going to do some special bets today. We're going to start a prediction. If you think this will win more than 8 out of 11. So there's 11 heroes if you count Beta-Carrotina. So we're going to have to go, instead of 8 out of 10, we're going to have to go 9 out of 11, which is a little bit trickier for a yes. And 8 and 2 or fewer is going to be a no. So the voting is going to start now. This, of course, is the live stream, twitch.tv/FryEmUp. We are doing this a half an hour before midnight. On New Year's, we'll stop and count down the 10 seconds, so that'll be in about 25 minutes from now, 24 minutes from now. Probably won't be any cuts in the video between now and then, so you can fast forward the YouTube video 24 minutes if you want to see that part. But alright, let's get into it. Really good matchup, Huge Giganticus, no small removals, so you can really, really punish him hard with this sort of deck. So probably want to play this a little bit later. We're going to go 1-2, some kind of combo on 3 into Jelly Bean on 4. Looks awfully good.
Also, Happy New Year, old timer.
Thank you, Kamatom. Yes, old timer. I hope you have a great 2022. That'll be in 23 minutes. Heck yeah. I'm probably going to be too absorbed in the game for me to to remember to do the countdown. We'll have a little celebration. We'll dance. Ilya actually bought me. Ilya, who is the author of the channel called Highlight 'em Up, which, by the way, is not my channel. It's someone else's channel. Super fan. What can I say? Doesn't get better than that. Someone else actually made out of like the tier 2 highlights with my permission. So he obviously does a lot for the channel, and he sent me some kind of Christmas present, which I didn't have the opportunity to open on Christmas, so I'm going to be opening it right at New Year's. So if you guys actually want to send me anything, including art, there might be some art in here. We'll see what's inside here. I would actually love to cover this whole wall, maybe like the back wall, have a little, you know, shrine, a little like, you know, coffee table with some things on in the background. So if you guys want to send me anything, I'm gonna try to remember to put my P.O. box in the description of this video, so you know, it can be for New Year's or Christmas or just for anything. If you guys want, I will try to be opening those on stream. Maybe I'll do it at the beginning after I explain a deck. I'll do like a little opening of everything I've gotten that week or something like that. All right, so opponent overcommitted. We are gonna go with you, the high attack guy. Let's go. Yeah, I find that Groshroom really does get a lot of value. It like solves the trade. I should probably use Groshroom more than I do, to be perfectly honest. It also can like kill a little guy, the 2-1 body. It's worth something. It's at least a chump block. Sometimes a trade with a cheap minion. Or with a damaged minion. So we're going to be playing this here, and we are going to play Black IP, I'd say against the more dangerous minion, which I'm going to consider that one. Opponent, of course, California rolled. This Jelly Bean should be pretty damn good. Okay, so the bets are going. And we're counting down to midnight. I'm going to really be relying on the chat to tell me when it's the end of the hour. Which, again, you're not going to really have a sense if you're watching this on YouTube, but it's going to be the live stream. Heck yeah. We do all kinds of fun stuff here at the live stream, from betting to... basically betting. That's the only fun thing we do. Looks more like a P's. It's a P-Bean hybrid deck, which I feel like is kind of be the way, you know, with Green Shadow. Doesn't really excel so much in controlling. You're going to have to kind of play pretty aggressively. I think Jelly Bean and Gatling are, as finishers, it's just the right way to go. So our opponent leaps something into a Pogo, which is always super annoying. This came from, I don't know, man. We actually can save this card, which is nice. That's a 6-2 we're saving on the field, better than buffing this one. Again, another time where we're taking the tempo play rather than the aggro play. We'll get more value out of this next turn. Essentially get more damage next turn. But that's how you play tempo. It's just a matter of terminology, I'd say. So I can go with the B-Rex. We can go with Freeze Groshroom. I don't really see the Jelly Bean this turn. I think I'm just going to develop this. We're taking 5 damage, which is a lot. A lot. Still going to do this. Man, so playing 2 cards would probably have been better there. I'll probably bounce the Bananosaurus Rex. We're going to go down this first game here. You Giganticus getting the high roll action. So not blocking particularly well here. So if we're sacking something, it's going to be here, but it's possible the Black IP will... Maybe I should freeze. This is a little nuts. I think it's going to be freeze. Into... can't really Cool Bean, right? Into Bean. Into Bean. We could probably get a Cool Bean if the opponent mugs. This might be a Frosty Yeti. I'm guessing it is, actually, Ice Yeti. None of the superpowers is going to be particularly good. I already used the guy. The teleportation station will go here. Opponent's almost through his block, so it's got to be Frosty Yeti, right? No, it's another Pogo, which is fine. Opponent only really does 2 damage. Maybe procs the block here. That could have been worse. It's really nice that we actually have Cool Bean, just so we're able to survive here. We do not blow. It doesn't do damage. We win this trade. This is getting way too close for comfort here. It would almost be comfortable if the opponent mugged, because then we can just steal a free turn here. Oh, I would love to see a mixed-up Gravedigger. Come on. No. Oh boy. 4 left. What is this? Stomp it. Okay. Opponent took a slow play, which is actually what we want to see. Really can't play anything anymore, so that was really a setup play. We should try to win as soon as possible, so... This will be 2, 5, 6. This should do it. Looks like... Oh, no, no, no. What about these two? Oh, okay. Oh, I might have messed up. It's a 1 in 3. Should we take the 1 in 3 here? Or should we risk going into next turn? Well, playing this probably would have made us get blocked anyway. Do I try to, like, survive one more turn? We're probably not going to survive next turn. I'm going to take the 1 in 3 win. Again, this does grow, so we have to not bounce the interdimensional zombie. Alright, guys, we're off to a good start. I mean, I probably should have played it. It wouldn't have really mattered, right? I feel so bad because on stream we went 10-0 with this deck. I wonder if I could have played that any better. I'm not sure. Alright. Off to a little bit of a rough start. But that's a good deck, guys. I'll upload that to YouTube. Next hero. Guys, we're going with Mid-Flare. I'll call this Mid-Flare 2. So this is a deck that I've done since Mid-Flare, which is the first video I put on YouTube. Maybe I'll redo the deck as Mid-Flare 2. It's the same idea, though. Guys, Mid-Flare. Unlucky. Mid-Flare is a really, really cool deck. So we never really had this before. Mid-range solar flare deck. Again, I've uploaded this just for the last couple weeks to YouTube. One of these brand new discoveries we've made in just December of 2021, which has just been absolutely amazing. The Imitator is actually really, really good because it can copy your Wingnuts to give you 2 Wingnuts on turn 4. It can copy Allosaurus or the Astrocatos. It's just going to be a sort of setup play, which is very difficult to take out. And it will be turning into a plethora of late game cards. The idea is Solar Flare has really good early game removal. Usually half the time you're anyway just going to be able to deal with their turn 1 play. Then we have Berry Blast on 2. You can definitely use Catch a Mechanic in order to control them on 3 and then set up more late game. So very difficult to actually burst down Solar Flare in the early game. The really cool card we're running is Reincarnation. This can deal with very pesky 1-drops like Cheese Cutter and stuff like that on turn 1, but then turns into a better card later. The really cool thing about this deck is every single card is good when you top deck in the late game. There's no card that you just top deck and it's like, it's just my 1-drop. It's not really going to give me a lot of value because this, even if you get in the late game, it'll start turning into an OP card, and sometimes that card costs 4, 5, 6. So you're really just going to stall the first couple of turns and then completely out late game the opponent. This is a little bit different than the first version. I am running particularly 4 copies of Puffshroom, and this is mostly, you can make good trades. You can use this sort of like to fix something in the early to mid game. If there's an even trade, it's just a free way of winning it because you can put this for free in front of a guy. But it's mostly here actually for Gloomshroom. Gloomshroom any way you want to run because you don't want the More Spore. This really doesn't have any value. We're not running any Pine Clones. So you want a way to actually utilize superpower. Really underrated things. You don't want a dead superpower in your deck. It's a huge, huge part of your power it's missing. The Gloomshroom anyway can just be a 5+5/5 bullseye. That's definitely enough power. If you imitate it, you have 2 5/5 bullseyes, but you can play it onto, again, the More Spore to get that 9 damage potentially with the splash attack of the Gloomshroom. You can also play it onto Puffshroom. And the Puffshroom was also going to be really good with the Cob Can. I'm running Puffshroom against a little buddy, so it's a mushroom, so you can actually activate the Gloomshroom's ability. The Cob Cannon, again, can also be played on the Puffshroom. I feel like Cob Cannon was the real card I was missing. Sort of from the first deck list of Mid-Solar Flare. I think I'm going to actually show you guys the first Mid-Flare deck list just to reference where I started and where I went. I think I was running like 3-headed Chomper instead of that, instead of this. This will be Solar Flare. Where is the mid? So we kind of like... We ended up... I'm just pulling up the deck list here. This was like the original deck list with rated Chomper. We only running 2 Gloomshrooms because just to utilize the cards. I really think that this is going to be better. We got rid of the applesauces, but usually have enough early game anyway. So, alright, let's get into this game. Really love this deck. Again, one of these just amazing things we've discovered after this game hasn't really gotten many updates for a long time. Alright. Okay. So you'll notice a lot of these decks, so far none of the decks have environments. Wow, I've really gone away from plant environments completely. I don't know if any of these decks tonight are going to have an environment in it. Environments on plants, and the reason I'm going away from that is they're too slow. When you play them, they get covered too easily by a 1 or 2 cost zombie environment. So if they play Black Hole, you kind of just have to deal with it. I'm not going to say environments are bad, but there's usually going to just be a card that helps you win better than an environment, is what I found. So this will actually can be used to counter a con man early. Well, that's why we're keeping it in our hand. Otherwise, it'll give us more options. Turns 2, 3, 4. Get something OP from it. So you definitely pass. Never spam this on 1. Unless it's countering something. It's my favorite hero by design? I don't know. I don't really know. Spray Nana. Still don't have an answer. Probably Rat. Well, we can Berry Blast that next turn. It's not a big deal. It'll be Berry Blast, Weed Whack. Really just stalling for time until we can get to turn. Right now, 5 we're looking for. Unless we get a 3 here. This could be good too. This could be really good. In fact, I think I'm gonna Berry Blast and play this. It's a 1-cost 3. Like, look at the value from Reincarnation, man. I was overemphasizing the Imitator. This has been the competitive deck for Reincarnation. Just kind of mind-blowing. Look at how we win the trade here. He'll steal a little block meter, so it's not a complete win. But we'll end up with a 3-1 on the field. This is actually a threat. This is damage. He's got to put something. He's going to spend a card to deal with this now. There's Imitator. Really good timing. Really good timing. There would have been a really silly play is to do Puff Shroom into Imitator. Instead, we are just going to do this. Weed Whack. And we'll play this here. We can use, let's say, well, we can't Puff Shroom, Gloom Shroom this turn anymore. So that would have been a nice little answer. Probably, what are your New Year's resolutions? I would say as far as the channel is concerned, I'd really like to get a little bit more momentum in terms of the variety games. We've been doing all these different variety games, one sort of category. We did battle simulators, and then we did survival games, doing mobile and free games. I really want to show you all the amazing mobile games. You know, we play this mobile game. I really want to be able to show you guys, make funny compilations of like what the top mobile games of each category are. It's something, definitely something I'm thinking about. So we're gonna go with you. It's a really strong play. Look at the double Allosaurus coming in on turn 5. Really, really nice. I almost could have just gone face with this one. Doesn't really matter. I just think I can get the double trade with the Gloom Shroom later. Might get that anyway. This is a lot of tempo and a lot of healing. Like, the opponent's probably going to try to burst us. Like, good luck with that, man. Trapper just doesn't do enough. Bungie! Ah! Okay, he got one. Good. But took a lot of resources, and he's down to 1 card. So I'm probably going to use Gloom Shroom to splash this. I'll probably end up playing in the Trapper so his guy is protected, so I can get a really good Gloom Shroom here. That did not happen. Now what? I mean, he can't do bonus attacks. He can't really buff this that much more. He can at most Fruitcake and Sugary Treat, which makes us still very much alive. I could just go for the Gloom Shroom combo here. What is he gonna do? He's gonna use. He's probably gonna lose this turn completely if I Gloom Shroom, right? I might get more. I just think I might need this more later. I'm probably overthinking this way too much. Maybe I should just play this and save the Gloom Shroom for when we really need it. Okay. Really strong combo. Kind of a shame to waste it on 1 card. I think at most... Okay, there's Smoke Bomb. No, that's not the right play. You have to go face there, man. That's completely the wrong play. He had his only way of possibly winning this game. Now it's impossible. Now there's no chance he's in a top 6 situation. Just threw that out. I mean, anyway, if he would have gone face, it would have been almost GG, especially since we have the removal in our hand. You gotta presume I don't have it and just go for it. That wasn't right. All right. So we're 1-1. Very good. We still have 8 minutes until midnight. Can I get a game in 8 minutes? Let's hope the next deck is fast. Yes, it is. Guys, next deck. This is going to be the deck. Also just uploaded a lot of these decks recently. A lot of these are sort of the next generation after the tournament. Like, I've been discovering a lot of new things in terms of competitive decks from playing in this tournament. If you want to see the tournament, of course, all of those videos are on my main channel in the playlist. It's called Fry 'em Up Gaming. Let's get the Walnut. Walnut package deck. This is it. We might end up doing the countdown in the middle of this. All right, here we go. So here's the package Walnut deck. So you're going to see the Guardian package decks are all going to have a couple of cards in common. They're all going to have four Forget-Me-Nuts, 4 photosynthesizers, and 4 triceratops. And absolutely amazing. I call this the Guardian package. And then what you do is you complement that with other 1-drops, usually running 8 other 1-drops of sides for that, some other 2-drops, and then you run a lot of field clear and finishers. Is this the exact deck that I had? No, it's not. I was running Blockbuster, and I will continue to do so. Arguably, I see that I put an Elderberry instead of Blockbuster. It could really be that the Elderberry is the better card, but I'll keep it like this for now. All right, so this is going to be the, again, Guardian package Walnut. Really good combos to play. Your Forget-Me-Nuts on 1, and then a strong 2-drop like Triceratops on 2. It's going to make it so difficult for the opponent to be able to remove this Triceratops. It's going to start growing out of control. There's just going to be too many threats on the field. The Photosynthesizer not only has a Conjure, so it buffs the Triceratops an extra time, it'll prevent your Forget-Me-Nuts from dying to just a cheap minion like a Teleportation Zombies. It can play that. It's really, really good in this deck to use Photosynthesizers on Haunted Pumpkin, or to use your Bubble card. A Bubble Up card on Haunted Pumpkin. I mean, this card is a 4/2, 1 cost 4/2. And if you can, again, its weakness is its low health, but since we have Photosynthesizer and stuff like that to keep it alive in this deck, and we also have Anti-Trick with Forget-Me-Not, so it plays around that extra 1 brain they left over for the Bungee Plumber. This is a really, really good card. I know it looks like a little bit of anti-synergy again with the Galactic Cactus splashing and killing the Forget-Me-Nuts, but again, since you have a lot of options on turns 1, 2, 3. Really, every turn you have a lot of options, and again, you have ways of buffing the health of Forget-Me-Nuts. I found that just having the strength of a 1-cost 2/2 Bullseye that can do extra damage to face, that can control cards that are much bigger than it because it does that splash damage, makes it worth it, especially since we're running Pear Cup, which is a very good card to make a good trade. Combines with the Galactic Cactus very well when it explodes. It really also plays around Weed Spray. You don't want to get Weed Sprayed. Really, you're not really worried about this version so much because Apple Saucer and Haunted Pumpkin don't get Weed Sprayed. So then you can just remove everything they have. They play a Gravestone, they play a big minion, you can use Shamrocket, they play a mid to small minion, that's important. You can hammer it, and we are just running 4 copies of the Astrocado as a finisher. Really good card. Heck yeah, let's get right into the game. We are probably going to count down to midnight and open up the gift right after this game, I guess. 4 minutes. 4 minutes until New Year's 2022. Man, when is this goddamn pandemic gonna be over? Is the real question. All right, we're gonna look for an actual. Ooh, that's pretty good. Should I keep this against HG? Heck yeah. Against Sneaky Heroes, I'm just gonna keep Blockbuster as long as I have some early game. This is fine. You really want your Triceratops to be on heights, so you put this on the ground. The main difference between ground and heights, besides for Moonwalker, which is very uncommon, the most thing is like Strike Through and Laser Base Alpha. You don't want your Triceratops getting hit by a deadly Laser Base Alpha on the ground. So if our opponent had the HG power, that would have been amazing to play that on turn 1. This is really the card that plays around that. I think protecting this, again, this will survive another couple turns against a Teleportation Zombie. It's about 100% of the time. Approximately. You also can spam this card for a card, by the way, in this deck. You usually are winning so much in the tempo, you're not worried about your health. So, especially if you have a Triceratops in the field, this draws an extra card, gives an extra 1/1. Worth it. Bruh. I think we spammy. Now, I know this kills the... It's hard to make a good trade against the Galactic Cactus. So, I think even though this sort of kills the Forget-Me-Not, it's still worth it. Just put another threat on the field. I probably should have put this here, though, so we can definitely get a Grave Buster. We kind of really need to get a Grave Buster. Blockbuster here, I mean. Didn't even go do anything with the teleportation zombie. Weird. This is also a terrible, like the worst card you can get from Photosynthesizer. Absolutely horrific. We got 2 minutes until New Year's. We're not going to finish this game 2 minutes. He's probably not going to play a Gravestone, okay. What is he getting? The Bad Moon Rising early? Bruh. Okay, maybe I will need the Cuke. No, he can't play Bad Moon Rising. He can't do a damn thing. Maybe he messed up. Maybe he thinks he can play Bad Moon Rising here. It costs 8, bro. $1.5 minutes until New Year's. Heck yeah. Okay. What? Bruh. Oh my gosh. You know, one thing that has been in these Guardian package decks is just some all-out ramp garbage, since we have no way of covering the environment, don't have a ton of removal. I'm probably going to end up having to use this Cuke now. That was weird. It actually activated some damage for us, so maybe that was a good thing. I can probably just win on the basis of just supering here, blocking this damage and going face, and then Cuking him next turn. This will probably mess up a Bad Moon Rising. We have 40 seconds until midnight. I don't think I'm gonna super yet. I think I'm gonna do this to mess the Bad Moon Rising up, and then give him one of these. Oh, we got 20 seconds. Here we go. We're doing the countdown. We're doing the countdown. The leap. That's gonna be worse. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Happy New Year, Ooh, that was good timing, Mike. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's get some music going. We gotta get that music. We gotta pump it up in here. Happy New Year 2022, everybody. Thank you for another amazing year, another fantastic year. You know what? Let's do some fireworks right now. Yeah! What a great, nice Bad Moon Rising, going for it again. He's done. Everyone was telling me I need to play a fireworks zombie tonight. Fireworks deck. No. Want to see fireworks? I'll show you fireworks. That is what I'm talking about. Happy New Year, everybody. Oh man, that's a highlight intro. You better believe it, boys. You better believe it. Where's the funky dance music? Heck yeah. Alright, so here's the first package. Again, if you guys want to send me anything, especially art, anything channel art, fan art, or just anything to hang on my walls, because these walls are just bare. Ugly. I know I have that one piece of art. I could even like move that somewhere else and put your guys' channel art where you can see it. I don't know. Maybe just all around like this little office. I have kind of like this little area just around where I work. And then in front of me, yeah, that's where I'll be hanging all this stuff. All right. So in the first box, there is this of course is from Ilya, aka Highlight 'em Up. He made some stickers. That is really cool. Look at that. I should sell these. I like that one. We got the PogChamp, we got the Fry 'em Up logo, we got the Highlight 'em Up logo, and we've got, that's really cool. So thank you to Ilya for some, that is a really cool present. That is really thoughtful, very creative. I'm sure he put those images together himself. Heck yeah. All right, here's another one. So there's something soft in here. Let's see what this is. Is it a t-shirt? I think he said he was gonna send me something that I can hang on my wall, but what is this gonna be? What is this? Oh wow, it's like a, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay guys, that's cool. Here, let's back up so you can get the full picture here. Okay, that is pretty cool. So this is actually on some canvas, is what it's on. And it's just a big frame. I would love to hang this up. Maybe this will go right here. You know what? Something like that. That's really, really nice. Hey guys, look, it's it says on the back, it says for Fry from Ilya. Wow. So he just custom made this and he had this printed somewhere, obviously. I love this. So thank you. They're probably my biggest fan. Highlight him up. Thank you so much for sending all this from Russia. I think you could probably got it printed in the United States and sent it anyway. A very, very thoughtful present. If you guys want to send me anything, if you guys want to send me anything for me to hang on my wall, I'll try to get that up somewhere as soon as possible. Maybe I'll put it here. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So after all that excitement, here is the Ramp Package Rings deck. It is a ramp package deck, meaning you have a whole bunch of ramp cards, 12 to be exact, and you're ramping into a lot of late game, which really mostly synergizes with these ramp cards. The Onion Rings turns it into a 4/4. The Elderberry will be placed on one of these little cheap cards and be a huge, huge threat. The Cob Cannon will, of course, use these team-ups to activate and destroy a whole zombie, so a huge, huge value play. This is quite a fine card itself, too. The last Staccato Pit actually turns into a 4/4 with the Onion Rings, which is really cool. Alright, so the weird card in this deck, of course, is the Mixed Nuts. There's enough team-ups to really get value from this. You can play this on turn 2 if you played a successful Sunflower on turn 1. Make sure you don't play this into backup dancers and into, you know, free trades like Immortitious Bats or Neptuna's Super or a bunch of things. But if your opponent commits a 1-drop, you can definitely play this and then get a huge play on turn 2. Otherwise, you can play this on turn 3 with Little Buddies. So this really does count as like one of your many late game cards that run the Ramp package. The other cool thing about Chompzilla is that you have plant food. So once you establish these big cards and then your ramp cards die, you know, they're pretty weak, but at least then you can spend 4, you know, you put a 5-cost card in the field and then you can spend 4 on a plant food, and that is going to do this huge, huge value play the next turn. So yeah, I really find this is better than Sunny Shroom because it has 3 health. Just 2 health really dies to a lot of things. 3 health is a lot more difficult to take out. Really good play, of course, is Onion Rings on turn 5 or even earlier, since you have Ramp, and Little Buddies immediately are 0-cost 4/4s. Absolutely incredible. Hope you guys enjoy. You can always run Catch a Mechanic if you don't like the Mixed Nuts, but I do think this is good enough. Let's get into the game. We're 2 and 1. And we'll get some water to have the hiccups. Heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah, we did stuff for midnight. We counted down and opened up a Christmas present. I'm not going to open up your Christmas present on stream. So we're looking for maybe one more ramp card. I think this is okay. I probably should keep the Onion Rings in this situation. Again, I really like the deck without the Haunted Pumpkins and the stuff. And just really play slow, hit them with Onion Rings, and then just swarm the board with 4/4s and strike-throughs until they die a terrible death. Yeah, I know this thing with the duck. If a person has a thing, it can, I'm pretty sure that was Duck Gossip who got banned from the Discord anyway, so I don't know. That is awkward. I'm actually just gonna pass here now. We really need to try to get the Sunflower on 3 into this turn 5 play. Really kind of sad. Didn't really get much. Kind of mulliganed. Eat everything except for this and didn't really get the early game. But it's okay. We can definitely come from behind in this deck. Need to get rid of that spoil thing, don't I? A spoil command from someone again. Do I play this? Wow. This is again, the only thing that really kills is Beam Me Up, Teleport, Smoke Bomb. I think that the chances of him having one of those cards are low enough for this to be worth it. It's a little sad. I think that's right, though. I did have teleport. So far this game is going a little bit rough. What the heck is this? Should I let this guy have this field? You know what? Screw this guy.
My New Year's resolution is to stop procrastinating, but I'll wait until tomorrow to start.
Thank you, Moo Moo Machines, for 8 months. Long time viewer of the channel. Let's try to just get a Scorch here. Let's go Scorchy. Kind of silly, actually. Okay, got it. Nice field, bro. I hope you're happy being milled. Oh, that's pretty good. La-dee-da-da. La-la-la-la-la. Should I just start taking these off the field? Perhaps I should. I think more lanes for me is better. Well... Alright. A strong play indeed. Best Scorch ever. The leap! Okay. All of a sudden, it looks like I'm ahead. What do you know? Nice mill. He actually can't draw these 2 cards. He can draw 1. Look, 1's gonna go in his hand. I get 2. Thank you. Very nice of you. Quite nice indeed. Very weird. What? Oh, this is from, like, this cost so little because it came from space time. It's hilarious. Alright, so he overcommits, so I'm able to just stack things here, man. It's gonna be a little crazy. So, 5 and 1 looks good. Maybe I'll do the card that stays on the field. I like this. Oh no! Oh, I missed that. This has to go in front because the little buddies are gonna die to the Supernova Guard. It's so stupid. I'm spacing out right now. It is after midnight. I'm gonna, in my defense, this has to go in front, obviously. We've lost a whole little buddy. He also has 10 cards. We actually, that's gonna matter. That's not like no big deal. We really need to maintain this tempo and really get the high hitting right now. Ah, oh, it's so annoying. It also makes this live. Just a misplay. What do we do? Heal 3 and 4. Heal. Can also plant food this. I kind of want to save my plant food for damage though. Really gonna need it. I don't know what to do. Okay, I missed. I just missed. Okay. I don't know. I must be really. I must be much more tired than I think I am. How did I just miss that? Oh my gosh. This whole stream is gonna go in the fail count. The freeze. Okay. Jeez. Ends up doing a lot. I'm probably gonna have to plan for this anyway. This could have been a 4-4 too. I can go 5 and 4 now. I'm not high, I promise. This is so stupid, bro. Gosh, what am I doing here? What am I actually doing here? I'm throwing is what I'm doing. What did he just play? Okay. Die! Alright, we're just gonna concentrate. He got Guy, of course. The card that does a lot here. It's so annoying. He's Super Nova Gargs, though. Second one, he's gone. Okay. We're actually still doing just fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter. 5-1-3, I guess? Trickster. We win. It's guaranteed. Well, he could have a card from the thing. It's 5. This doesn't matter, right? Don't mess this up, right? You can't do 3 damage somehow, right? You can't heal for 1. And it doesn't matter. If he can answer this, we lose anyway. It's 5. I don't know, in case he has like a 0-cost Wrath in his hand. I guess this is the play. We win. We could have put the... Oh, the onion ring should have gone... Oh, whoops. I did misplay. The onion rings goes here, and this one goes here. I must be so tired. Wow, imagine doing the best decks. This is the best decks, not the best player of 2021. Don't even try to confuse that. Whoa. Okay, we're getting back. We won that game somehow. Keep it going, guys. All right, starch package. Here we go. All right, so this is the starch package deck. Now, this is very similar. It's so cool how we arrived at this almost the exact same deck list in 2 different ways. A long time ago, I ran a deck which was really good with Spudow, had a lot of success. It was called Dino Roots. Let me show you the Dino Roots deck before I pull this deck up here, because it's really funny. Here's Dino Roots. I mean, do you see any similarities in the deck list here? It's not that much different. The whole concept is basically exactly the same. There's only a few cards here. No, the Shamrockets are the same. Running like Primal... No Blockbuster, running Gravebuster, and instead we're running like Primal Nut, and that's basically it. And this one has Forget-Me-Not. So this deck, we arrived at Dinosaur Synergy, where you're going to be drawing a lot of cards and buffing up your dinosaurs. There's also that Root Synergy. I feel like Spudow's the only hero that's worth really running Starch Lord, because he has a lot of roots, particularly Velociraptor Hatchling. Then you have Fireweed, and then you have just really, really good value in terms of the roots. Otherwise, you're going to be running pretty garbage cards to synergize with the root synergy. So this deck, the deck that you see over here, we actually arrived from starting with Guardian Package. We started off with our Forget-Me-Nots, Photosynthesizer, Triceratops. Added in some strong 1-drops that are, again, very good tempo 1-drops. Added in this card because it's just a really, really good tempo / mid-range card. Great play on turn 3 and otherwise. Everything combines really well with the Stormfront, which is the real strong deck. Real strong superpower in this deck. Bubble Up, these are all actually very good. Stormfront really gives you a lot of value though. And then just ran Starch Lord sort of as a way to continue that tempo and finish off opponents. And then you're running your big removal and your small removal. So it really it kind of arrived at the same deck list in 2 different ways, which is really good. Again, have had a lot of success with both versions. I'm definitely going to favor the Starch Package. I think the Forget-Me-Nots is the main difference. It's going to be better than Primal. Primal Walnut. So let's get the Spudow. The actual Spudow, what is this called? Starch Package. Let's get this deck up and we're gonna continue with the games. Here we go. Te amo, Fry. Greetings from Argentina. Thank you. Gracias. Te amo means I love you. Don't ask me how I know that. 1, 2. This is a good 2-drop. Really good complement to this deck. You can almost run fewer. I feel like Berry Blast is going to be the better card. So run 2 of these. So get rid of Starch Lord. Do we keep 2 of these against a crazy hero? I think we're only going to keep 1. This looks pretty good. Maybe I should have mulliganed the 2-3. Really nice to get a Photosynthesizer in this hand. I guess I have to play this now on the ground. So again, the chance to trap her territory, very, very small chance. Very few decks run that card. We just really need to play this 3-2 tempo on heights, unless we get something better. Better. That's really good. This Forget-Me-Not seems to be getting a lot of value. Now, really lucky Infinity Clones would be exceedingly sad here. It would be the saddest New Year's ever. That was the happiest New Year's ever. That was perfect. Heck yeah. No. Wow, what a great card. Gizzard Lily. Getting it done. Whew. I don't think this is very efficient. I think we're just gonna set you up. Doesn't really matter where. I'm trying to think, does this lane matter? Why not? Dee-dee-da-da. So it goes with the Cosmic Imp. It's like a weird deck that's going on here. Alright, so we can either develop Starch Lord, which is kinda good. We might have to play a little more defensively than that. We can also Berry Blast. This is awkward. Well, I could just Starch Lord here. Man, he's doing so much damage. I probably should make a defensive play here, right? It's really awkward. I think I have to do this though, because really, his win condition probably is aggroing me. I'm going to be able to play these 2 next turn. I know it's really weird using this on a 3-3, but I think keeping our block up is fine. Maybe letting him proc my block so we can get a superpower this turn could be good, but I hope this isn't a mistake. I think these two are good enough. We don't need this to live. We can probably now with this card draw, we don't even have card advantage per se. I think with this card draw we're gonna be able to win this game here. Let's give him one of these. Abracadab. Damn. More like abracadam. We're still doing okay here. That goes on the starch, I believe. It's still okay. What's going on? Face! I actually let these trade now because I'd rather play Starch Lord. Quite strange indeed. That wasn't a good play. Why would he go face there? So now we have more card draw. I'm getting a 1. Oh my gosh. It's the Starchception. Easy. Awkward. Pretty damn good. That should do it. Got him. It was a pretty low level opponent, so that's what's going on. No. All right, next deck. The cream of the crop. What can I say? The best thing that came out of the Pantheon tournament, in my opinion. This is Countertron. This is actually where it all started, man. This is every single Guardian deck was actually kind of almost a knockoff of this deck. But we are running, of course, the reason it's called Countertron is because it really counters. I'm not going to say every single deck. It has a couple of weaknesses, but it really is a very strong deck in itself, and also really hard counters a lot of different strategies. So its core, of course, is going to be the Guardian package. I've already explained that a couple times. We are running 4 Galacta and actually 3 Paracubs, so really strong synergy. The other 2-drop that you run, you can run 4 Juggernauts, you can run 4 Corn Dogs. I happen to be running 2 of each. If you're, this deck can end up being a little bit weak to, like, Con Man and Disco Dance Floor, so the Corn Dog's a little bit better at dealing with them. Really, at the end of the day, since we're running 3 Shrinking Violets, this is not the tournament version, this is the ranked version, so you can really answer those sort of burn decks pretty well with the Shrinking Violet. You just really need one of them to kind of win that game. I'm going to be running 2 of each just to show you the variety. Really good card is Lima Pleurodons. Not only this is a good answer to Toxic Waste Imp and Amphibious minions, but it also, these Magic Beanstalks really add up in a deck like this. You have 2 superpowers that draw cards, and then you also have the photosynthesizers, and if, again, this is just a guide, if they leave it on the field, you so often start getting Magic Beanstalks just by turns 5 and 6, and those will definitely take over the game if you need a little extra push. If they play any minion, but especially mid to big minions, you're going to use Spring Bean, usually will cost less than the minion they play, like just they play a Cowboy or any kind of late game card. This will definitely take care of it. Love that card. This will answer Swarm, and this will answer Gravestones, and then the late game, the Brainanas are going to be answering tricks. You also do have Forget-Me-Nots, which is an anti-trick card early, more of a tempo card. This is going to be more of a finisher. I've definitely had a lot of games playing this deck where Brainana finishes off opponents. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is a really, in my opinion, in terms of consistency. Oh, I don't actually have the right deck list up here. So in I don't have the Citron deck at all, so might as well have the right deck up. Where is Citron Countertron? There it is. In terms of consistency, in terms of how many good matchups this deck has, this is my favorite. Like, in terms of actually the best deck. If I needed to win a game, this is gonna be my go-to. Which is so amazing how Citron over the years haven't really, never really considered him such a strong hero. But this is a pretty damn good deck. That's a really good starting hand too. Especially against HG again, he can't deal with this card. We'll play the Triceratops and protect it on turn 3. Develop the Juggernaut. Heck yeah. I know, are we playing against all Huge Giganticus today? You know what? Huge Giganticus was just in the shop twice this week. There's actually 2 separate days. I think it's over by now, so if you're watching this on YouTube, sorry, but maybe it'll come up again. You know? Maybe just every 7th day it'll just come up. Every Saturday. So that is fine. I think this is well. Okay, since we're not really going phase here, I actually like this. It plays around Laser Base Alpha. You don't want to play this and then protect it and then he lasers you. This doesn't take any damage. It takes a big fat 0, so it's just one of the strengths of Juggernaut is against space time. Heck yeah. The cool thing about this deck is that it's versatile. You know, if you're playing in a tournament where you know the opponent's playing a lot more big removal, it can run more big removal. If they're not running any Swarm cards, it can get rid of Shrinking Violet, add more power. That's just kind of the cool thing about this. Opponent passed. I think we actually developed the Forget-Me-Nuts here. Since the opponent now, unless they're going for an environment play, the tricks are very, very sad now. There's, okay. Sad for us. Sad for us. We're still way ahead though, so that's not bad at all. Might end up dying for free. Now we're gonna go with the big play. Of course, the Citron superpower, the Peel Shield that protects all your guys on turn 3 or 4, is really such a really strong card in this deck. So we are gonna go with, well, sacking this might be good. I think this always happens. So we'll start there. Whew. Told you. Told you so. Do we want to proc the block this turn with this card? I'm just trying to think where the Galactic Cactus would even go. I think splashing, it'll do an extra 2. I think this is fine. Macros. Who is getting the D? That's right. Doesn't really matter. These all have so much health. And that's fine. Splashy time. So we're getting stonks already. I'm glad that happened in the one game we're playing with this deck. What are the bets for today out of 11? I bet a lot of people voted yes. I think in a cheery mood. 61% voted yes for the 9 and 2. We're gonna have to go. There's a superpower, but I mean, unless he does some huge giganticus New Year's miracle here, it's got a day in. It's so nice that we have the answer to anything he plays here. This is what this deck is all about. Literally any single card, now multiple cards we wouldn't necessarily have the answer to, but any single big threat is automatically gone between these two. Heck yeah. It's either a gravestone or it ain't. That's what I'm trying to say. We have minions in every lane. Okay. What? I guess we'll play the harder hitter. 7. I'm just doing a little math. The 3 damage is better than 1 bullseye here. Yeah, basically row. Just in case he comes up with some something here. Like Spring Being this, come and rock it. This is it. Oh wee. Now what? A wee. Beam me up the one against the one with the more damage, but he loses the trade. Quite sad indeed. Citron has even the answer of the, I think what you meant is the meaning of life. Yes. Citron answers everything. All questions. All quandaries. It's a grave. And the home. Well, I think it's this one. Of the. See you later. Have a nice day. Also, 3-3 bullseye. Again, the thing with the blockbusters, which I did not explain yet in this stream, besides, you know, in these decks, the Countertron and the Guardian package, is that you establish so much tempo the first few turns that if you play blockbusters that 4-cost 3-3 bullseye, that usually just puts on so much damage that that's fine. It's not the most efficient turn 4 play. Looks like we're gonna hit Ultimate League tonight too. It's not the most efficient play, but it's good enough. It's not a dead card by any stretch. Like they're, you know, even the bullseye killed him, so that's why I definitely run that over Gravebuster, which if they have no gravestones, just dies as a card. You don't want that. Alright. So we're gonna move on to the Grass Knuckles deck. This is a deck I used a lot in the tournament. So you can call this Guardian package, but this definitely plays a lot more aggressively. So you are running those first few turns of the... Here, let me get this deck up and then I'm going to explain. This is Bullseye. I call this Bullseye Aggro instead of just calling it Guardian Package Grass Knuckles, which would definitely be a good name for it. So this is going to be the same thing with the Guardian package. Instead of using the late game to answer, you know, you got Shrinking Violet and Spring Beam like you do with Citron, like the Wall Knight deck had Shamrocket and Hammer. Instead, you just go face, and the way you can do that is with the Bananasaurus Rex, running more B-Rexes and fewer Blockbusters. You can definitely do it the other way around. You can run 3-4 Blockbusters and fewer Bananasaurus Rexes. And Gatling just as a finisher. There's going to be three different types of piece in this deck. Sometimes you just get 2 Click Bees and you win the game like that, because Click Bee on one, the second one turns both of these into 3-3s. 2 3-3s on turn 2 is so much tempo, and you'll just keep it going from there. The Black Eyed Peas are really good, probably better card than Juggernaut overall because it really punishes trick decks. And Sting Bean, very weird card, very small power card. That 1 damage bullseye in the water lanes, difficult to answer. Really does add up. I'm mostly running this again because you want to be able to play the Gatling Pea on it in the water, so an extra P, extra 1-drop, for lack of probably a better 1-drop. We're running actually 4 different types of 1-drops in this deck. That's a lot. But we really like playing Gatling Pea in the water. Still do so much. 15 damage in the water is so hard to block. Running bonus attacks instead of removal. So there might be a version of this where you're running a little bit more removal. You know, you can run Shamrocket. I don't know what you'd really run for the mid removal. Maybe Plant Food is the mid removal, but this deck I found worked really, really well. Very effective. Let's get right into the game. This deck just wins quickly, too. If you're trying to just hit Ultimate League. Come on, man. I'm not duck gossip. Well, try linking your account to on a PC, because if you're doing it on mobile, it is not going to work. If you subscribe, heck yeah. So he's not duck gossip, okay. It's just how I do have a Discord again. It's for people who subscribe on Twitch and then link using a PC. Not a phone, links their account, their Twitch account to their Discord. Alright, so Clickbee is a really, really good answer to Cheese Cutter, one of the only cards in the game that actually trades up, because it's a 1-for-1 on the field, and we have 2-cost 3-3s in our deck, which is overpowered, so it's actively made our deck better, slightly. This goes on the ground. Ooh, do I go for the double play here and not let him lightning bolt this? This is very interesting. I mean, he either only has lightning bolts or just like extinction event this turn. This arguably does more damage. It does do more damage. Alright, I think I'm actually doing this play now. If this had 1 health, I wouldn't even be going for this because it's splash, but I'm gonna play this next turn. Okay, that's awkward. Really would like to see a photosynthesizer here. Not expecting that at all. So we're gonna drag it. Pretty good card. Again, this is a very good way of him gaining tempo slowly, but it's not really controlling our aggression. That is controlling our aggression. That actually... Does that clear our field? No! It clears his field too, but that is not good. We have card disadvantage severely now. He got perfect backup dancers. I mean, I kind of played into it, not really. I was not playing around in it at all, though, that's for sure. We're probably going to lose this game now. We're going to get out attrition. We're done. Getting a Gatling in the water would have been wonderful, but now we can't do a damn thing anymore.
I hope you don't go bald and look like Laser Bean.
What the heck? Shut up. Thank you, Fire JB, for 8 months. We're not going to win this. This is going to be an L. What a play! What happened to my field? I can't do anything. I cannot do anything here. What am I gonna do? Wow. That's crazy. It's just the order of the Galactas and everything. It was so precise. What do I do here? I pass, I think. Gosh. I'm glad he didn't have any temp. If he would have developed temp in the last couple turns, we would have been done. Now we can actually come back. This is actually winnable now. That's the play. Really weird. He's running Locust. Okay. Bad luck, man. Here's from Costa Rica. Go. Welcome. Do we go? I mean, this will bring him down to 9. Is 9 just easier to deal with? It's kind of weird, but I think our win condition now is aggroing big time. We're gonna have to get another Gatling P at some point. Here it is. Yeah, I was expecting more alieners. Okay. Should I have played this? Maybe I should still play it. It would have been good the other way around. It would have been... Come on! They had exactly the 2-cost bungee. I should have made this go face and drag this here, I think. No, we needed that to live. Yeah. You're very late, mister. Chances of winning are so small. We have to have this not die, right? It'll splash another Garg. Is there some guy that can make us win next turn? I don't think so. We have to do this. Okay. Whee! Happy New Year! We're done, right? Well, we got our fireworks zombie in for today. Yeah. So, about that. Alright, we're 5-2. Now we gotta win the rest of the game. See, I think even these games we're losing are still illustrating pretty well the strength of these decks. What was the other one that well? What was the A-Beans? Still, guys. Next deck. Next deck is Brain Clones. Heck yeah. Here's another deck we actually reached 2 different ways. So here's Brain Clones. Let me show you the mid deck. It'll be Nightcap, mid Pine Clone. So funny how we reached almost this exact same deck list also in 2 different ways, kind of like the Spudow one before. This is the Nightcap Brain Clone deck. We're running in this version, I'm going to go with the one that actually did better on YouTube. We're running just early game control. You're able to actually set up a... Why am I running Chromag in this deck? It's just a third way of getting power. You can use your Pine Clones to get power, your Chromag to get power, or your Molecal. Molecal will work either after Pine Clone or after you play Velociraptor Hunter or after you play your late game. And thank you so much to Dima for gifting a sub. You're going to be... Once you are able to establish a field with a bunch of Pine Clones or with a good Molecal, the Brainana is really, really good because that will prevent them from removing any of those key minions that you have. Even just having a full board of 3/3s and they try to Extinction Event and you Brainana them. Really, really good combo. We are running some field clear, some small removal, some big removal, just in general a very good card. Yeah, you're really just setting up either a Pine Clone or a Chromag combo and going from there and then just removing what they play and removing their tricks and their face. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. There was a Hyper Swarm deck that was really, really good. I'm going to be going with this one. I feel like this would be a little bit more of a... Again, the Hyper Swarm is a very good deck. I think I made that the best deck last time. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. But there are some other good options for Nightcap for sure. Get rid of the late game. I'm going to be going for Pine Clone here. Should I keep Molecal? Okay, well. That happened. This is not a Swarm deck. This is not a Swarm deck at all. This is a mid-range deck. Yeah, I'll get the right deck list up. So you're going to be really controlling the first couple turns and getting that strong tempo on turns 3, 4, and 5. Brainana and Jumping Bean just end up being a very good finisher at that point. Probably just will play this on curve here. So we can get, again, doesn't have a, if it was a hero with a lot of small removal, it might be a different story altogether. The team up goes on heights, so we don't get Ice Mooned. 2 for 1 Ice Moon. Probably, what do you think about 2021, 2022? I don't know. I'm thinking the same thing everyone else is. I hope this dumb piece of garbage, trash pandemic kills itself. Literally. Teleport. Glad he didn't have him throwing it. It wouldn't have been that bad. So we obviously have a really, really strong turn foreplay. We going with that. I'm not even gonna try to counter that on them like leaping this. I mean, I could actually play around leap and actually play this here. Probably is a good idea. Rotations. Quite interesting indeed. Teleport. Thank you to Dima for gifting another sub. Thank you so much. Welcome, Punkstar, new viewer. All kinds of new. It always gives me a little message when first message from a viewer. When I do best budget decks, I don't know. So how do we do this? I don't really plan on playing Pine Clone next turn. It's probably going to be some combination of these, so I am going to go after the Brain Vendor. I don't really need an open lane. I could have really played them here. Just better value. This Brainana is going to be pretty good on 6, looking like it. This would be a great demonstration here if we can pull off this turn 6 Brainana and this field doesn't go bye-bye into like some leaped Supernova Guard or something. Okay, like that. That's it. Okay. Alright. Okay. So now we need a molecule. This field just kind of went to cray. He took off 6/6 worth of stats on this field from a leap. Come on, man. This thing lived too, so it gets another teleport. Can I have a molecule just to punish this guy? Jeez, it's so annoying. Guess I have to Berry Blast this one now. Goodbye, I'm not bouncing that back into your hands, you piece of garbage. Fry roast me, do it. Dev Talica? More like Metallica. Got him! Feel the burn. Biggest insult ever. Oh man. That's a toxic waste him against a 2-2. Not a great play. We'll see how much this costs based on how many brains. It's a 2 coster. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I can Brainana first. I think on 6 Sun, I'm going to Brainana first and then Molecule, which is a very cool combo indeed. What a Brainana. Really, what a Brainana. Yeah, nice teleportation, zombie bro. Next time, keep it to yourself. In fact, if he passes again, I'm just going to Brainana again. Heck yeah. Fry roast me, you can't. Dog is cat 69, more like me and your mom did a 69. Got him. I don't know what's wrong with me. Bro! Guarantee lethal again? That didn't do anything. Now we could just Brainana and win, but he doesn't really have anything. I don't gotta do nothing here, man. I don't gotta do nothing. First of all, have a nice day. It's first of all. I think this is gonna be better than a 2-drop. So I'm just gonna Molecule. Next we do one of those. We have piece of trash garbage. Yeah? For the win? Uh-oh. Oh no. Now we can block and get Undying Pharaoh. No. Oh my gosh, we just like threw. We would have won otherwise. Okay, he didn't keep it in his hand because he's extremely smart and intelligent. You have to keep it there in order to get an Undying Pharaoh. It's your only chance, man. Get a bounce of stuff. I think he's milled too. Not only is he milled, but he also has no blocks left, so he's double dead. Don't even worry about it. That was a great Pine Club Brainana game. I mean, don't get much better than that. And if that sneezing zombie hadn't came up, that would have been even better. That was 8 heroes. We are 6 and 2. Let's move on to mid. I'm gonna call this Mid-Rose new from now on. Not to be confused with the Discord deck Mid-Rose. This was definitely inspired by it, especially the Rescue Radish shenanigans. But this really is taken after a lot of revisions. Has taken a lot of twists and turns, and it has Brainana in it, so it's a better. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so here's the Mid-Rose. Definitely a deck that carried me through a lot of the tournament. It's very strong against a lot of decks. The idea is, again, you're controlling the first few turns. Don't be too afraid of using your superpowers early. Even your Godify, that'll be something to really slow them down. Running pretty scanty early game, but it is enough. This will answer a Primal Pea Shooter, answers a lot of things like Teleportation, Zombie, Conman. A lot of really good trades. Really stressing running Applesaucer instead of Twin Sunflower, because with as scanty as the early game is, you're going to need something to be able to slow down like the aggro crazy decks. Definitely that tournament I was playing in, everyone and their mother was running Conman and aerobics instructor and all that kind of stuff. So the deck really starts in the power on turn 3. Running a lot of 3 drops, you're almost always going to have a really strong turn 3 play. So even if you fall behind those first couple of turns, you can definitely come back on turn 3. So the really strong plays on turn 3, if they've been swarming you with minions, the catch mechanic will heal all that damage they've done right back up and put a really big minion on the field. If they're playing gravestones, the cool beam will slow them down. And one of the really cool plays you can do on turn 3 is Little Buddy to heal you for 2. Rescue Radish will scoop the Little Buddy back up into your hand, and then you can even play the Little Buddy again, either that turn or later for an extra heal. You can save it for the next turn and hit them with the Elderberry, so it's the first finisher in the deck. The Allosaurus is really good at healing again if you don't want to get aggroed down, and this little bit of healing for 1 will actually not only heal your minions, but more importantly heal your face and make sure you do not die. This, again, really underrated card. Thank you to Sayman, kind of opening my eyes to the ways Allosaurus is actually very competitive. Astrocado, another really high attack card. Again, depending on what you think you're going to play against, you can run 4 Allosauruses and 2 Astrocados. I'm going to run 3 and 3 because it's ranked. You don't know what you're going to hit. Braynan is a good finisher, and so is the Cob Cannon. Cob Cannon can even just be a 6 cost with the 1/1s. If you happen to have the 1 team up in this deck, which is Little Buddy, it becomes even better. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into L game with mid-rows. Are a lot of these decks worth playing with only 1 or 2 of each legendary? So you have to understand the role that legendary plays in the deck and then replace that with something else. So one of the power cards in this deck, maybe you can use like Power Flower or even something like Tricorn. I do have a budget version of this deck, by the way, which is the hardest deck probably in the entire game to play because there's no legendaries in it at all. You're relying on Tricorn and Elderberry to get most of your damage in, but we went like 10-0 with that on the stream. Look that up. It's just budget mid-rows. Fry them up. You'll see that on my other channel, which of course is Fry 'em Up Gaming. I'll definitely keep Little Buddy since we have Rescue Radish in hand. It can be very difficult for this Brainstorm to get off early, so, and if he's going to be going for something a little bit later, then we're going to be able to get the Brainanas. Should be the Brainanas and the Allosauruses and all that should be enough to be able to take him. Looks like he's going for early game. By the way, the Rescue Radish has some other uses in this deck. You can Rescue Radish Brainana on turn 9, which is a fun combo. You can also Rescue Radish these guys, just kind of scoop them up. Otherwise, they're a little bit sad. Quite sad indeed. So we'll give him one of these. I think we pass and keep this for later. This will kind of die to the Rescue Radish or the Ketchup Mechanic. You can also Rescue Radish the Ketchup Mechanic for extra heals. You can also go Rescue Radish, and that's basically it. You can Rescue Radish Cool Bean to get an extra freeze. The budget mid-rows is really hard to detect to play. Extremely difficult. So how do we play this? We could scoop this one. I can also just Weed Whack this next turn. I don't even have to use the Rescue Radish yet. I'm just gonna do this. Pretty damn good. We're at 20 health despite the opponent playing nothing but Con Man so far. Okay. We got that. Really nice. We have plenty of heals. Really not worried about this damage. We're just getting to the late game, so this is fine. He kind of like got a little card advantage. Not really. Just Fruitcake does. So this one's getting Weed Whacked. This is kind of what we were setting up. This is probably it feels like a snipe. Now, I know he's only played 3 Con Man so far, but this could be a sniper. We'll see how this goes. So play one of those. I'm guessing if it's a sniper, what he's going to be playing is all Con Man and Fruitcake. But we'll see. Maybe he's just lucky and he got 3 Con Men early. He's just been making these plays really quickly. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. See if he has a Fruitcake here. Oh, well. I think we can win this, by the way. I'm not actually even that worried here. He is giving us a lot of card advantage. We're taking some damage, but that is okay. Let me guess. Let me guess. 2 more conmen. Extremely sus. Okay. 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 Jesus. Gosh, that's a lot of damage. So we're gonna give him one of these. Give him the scoop. Scoop de doop. I'm guessing he's just gonna fruitcake us again. Should I scoop this one instead of the heal? Might not be a hacker. We're fine. So, scooping these has been pretty good. There's Brainana, Brainana. This guy, this is bull. This is, no, he's running Conman, Regifter, and there's no way he is this perfect, right? Kinda sus. A little bit sus. So which one? We're gonna go with the Cob Cannon play here. And the question is, what do we Cob Cannon? We're still okay here. Should I just Cob this one? This looks pretty good. I think keeping an extra lane. Cloud is gonna be good. This man is one sussy bak, if you know what I'm saying. We're healing aplenty. Another one. We've been handling this guy pretty well. This is some BS, guys. Okay, no, that's definitely too many. That's definitely too many. No, doesn't count. This is too... We're done. I'm gonna play another game with this deck. I'll keep that in the video because no, they definitely play more than 4 guys. I know we've bounced a few con man, but no. All right. But I think that actually demonstrates how good this deck deals with like those crazy kind of con man, you know, fruitcake. They weren't running regifter, but those sorts of decks they're running in the tournament. At least that type. Oh, look for a 3. Get good, yeah, exactly. So stupid. Oh, okay, we'll keep the better card. Damn, I have this weird tick I do with my neck when I'm stressed. I gotta not do that. I'm gonna break my goddamn neck. It's usually some kind of pirate. This will trade even with either pirate. They'll trade even with Anga too. I'll even if it's flame face, I just want to get it off the field. Make him have to spend 3 to replay that, just slows him down. Just enough. We also have the answer to it next turn. So I'll probably spend this on the elderberry. Which choice do we? If he has deadly, again, we'll still do 5 damage. It'll get rid of the deadly. That's fine. I guess Bungie could have done the same thing. Oh yeah, people play hack decks online in this game. Really nice top deck. Really nice. So we're just again excelling where we excel, which is in this turns 4, 5, 6. That's okay, but it gives us more late game. So he got a little tempo on us. We also get another card. We actually got 2 cards from that fruitcake. This is dangerous. He has to play around this every single turn now. This can also just be used for the elderberry. So this looks really good. I'm gonna activate this card. I'm gonna weed whack this, not just to keep us alive, but next time we get a rescue radish. Nice. So that's frozen and doesn't get the buff. Okay. Here's the bungee. Oh, okay. Again, we're at 16 health, which is the key here. Now he's gonna get a little tempo here, but almost wish this would stay at a 1-1 or else the Cob Cannon. This is fine. He's not doing enough for this to really be scary. So our hand is awkward that we don't have a double play here. What do we do? This actually trades pretty well here. I don't think Brainan has to play. I should probably just play Control. He just plays here. Do it now just for a card, but also loses the buff. This actually grows by 2 now. Really? Cool combo. We're still okay. Brainan is really weird here. But it's gotta be worth it, right? Otherwise it's 4 plus 3. I don't see it. Should I just go face with the Brainan? He'll probably get blocked. It's pretty good. Protects us from the 2 damage here, which is nice. It's just easier to deal with. Healing. Definitely what we needed. Really, for a non-heal deck, got a lot of heals. So Rescue Brainana looks really good. We can also catch a mechanic into something. I don't know what he has here. Rescue Brainana looks awfully good, though. We'll be taking 4, though, which is a lot. Rescue the Cob? Oh, I like Rescue Cob. That's right. Good call. Great call. Oh, Trappaw. Fruitcake. So that'll be the end of his cards, which is nice. puts us in a much safer place here. Now he's in a top deck scenario. Now the thing we really have to worry about is him getting some extra damage, you know, killing us in this lane. So we gotta do something here. I don't know. I should probably save this one, right? I know there's a little synergy here. We don't want him blocking and getting an infinity clone in this lane. It's definitely what we don't want to happen. I don't know if that was smart. I think the Elderberry is going to be good in one next turn. We're at 6 health. Should be okay. Another Rescue Radish would win. Corn. So we're going to heal first. And then corn. We were able to deal with Infinity Pirate. I mean, good candidate for the best deck in the whole gosh darn game. So he was running way too many environments though. Apparently, why is he running like maybe 2 or 3 overshoots? What's with the trappers, man? What is this, mop package? Man's running mop package. He got bricked really hard there. Alright. Oh, that was good. Number 7 and 2. Alright, so what's the best Captain Combustible deck? It's so weird because Captain Combustible, every single deck of his is amazing. What's the one that really shines above everything else? I feel like I'm yet to find it. The one that I like from this year the best is called Pine Boss, a deck made by Bidorni. I know a lot of people don't take this deck very seriously. They call it Clown Boss, but I found that this does fit with my playstyle a lot better than the traditional Comboss deck, even though that is also a very good deck, especially when played by a good player like Bidorni. So this is going to be the Captain Pine Boss. Alright, so in this deck list, the only card I'm really not sure about is the Banana Launcher. Still not completely sold on this, but again, I do see this sometimes take over games. It's just a matter of reliability. So this is going to be a Pine Clone, Onion Ring, Repeat Moss deck. You can play this deck quickly by putting a lot of pressure early on the field. You can play it slowly by controlling. Long Choice, not only a good aggro card, but pretty good at controlling. Set up sort of that mid-game. Kind of just want to look at the matchup, look at your hand, and see where the deck's going to excel. Banana Launcher, again, is a threat that they have to remove off the field. The question is, how much resources does this really take to remove? But if they don't, it's going to be giving you a lot of banana bombs every turn, which not only is going to be good at sort of setting up your big Pine Clone player, controlling until you can play your Onion Rings, which is going to buff all these small minions into 4/4, especially the Puff Drum, which is 0 cost 4/4. But it will also give you a little bit of extra damage with the Repeat Moss. Again, if you can play your Onion Rings, if you have a Repeat Moss in hand, it's just GG. You definitely want to hoard superpowers in your hands, so then playing a 4/4 Repeat Moss with superpowers, even if you don't have Onion Rings though, any Repeat Moss with Blazing Bark and then Biggin and Time to Shine, just Blazing Bark Time to Shine does 18 damage, and if you have some Banana Bombs and Berry Blast in your hand, it's just going to be big time GG for the opponent. So again, really nice that this deck plays in a number of ways, both the slow and the fast. Let's see how this deck does. Hope you enjoy. So the thing again that you can run in a deck like this is Split P in order to charge your own block meter and give you superpowers. That would be the more traditional version of the deck would do it. You don't necessarily even need that though. This is HG. This is definitely one of the heroes that you want to throw to play fast against. Now, it was just because I'm looking, we have a 1-drop. Let's have a Pine Clone. And actually get rid of one of these, see if we can get a curve. This should be good enough. It can really put a lot of early pressure. This Blooming Heart, a really, really good card against the huge Gigantic Kiss. We'll put that on the ground so we can play the Team Up card on Heights. Again, always playing around Laser Base Alpha and Moon Base. It's just the two cards that Huge Giganticus commonly has that makes a difference between the ground and the heights. You want to play your more valuable minions and your team-ups on heights. So we'll go with, I mean, it's really weird here. We could just play Shroom for 2, just to stay on curve. It'll be one fewer Pine Clone, but it also will give us, by that time, 2 Banana Bombs, so it's probably worth it. We might also just set up a Pine Clone play on turn 5. Kind of just depends what happens these next couple of turns here. So. It's actually going to come, if we win this game, the bets, which is, again, we got to get 9 and 2, so we got to win the next 2 games. It's actually going to come down to Beta-Carrotina, an unlikely hero. So I'll set this up here. I'm not terribly worried about, again, this is all just stalling for time. Not only is this going to be a lot of pressure and a lot of threats in the field, it's just stalling for time for this Repeat Moss combo, which is eminent. Here's a freeze, just so slow. The Conjure's a nice card, but I'm also conjuring stuff. So he's going after the, I guess after the Banana Launcher. Okay. It's comeback time. Guys, it's comeback time. A lot of people don't, again, they call it Clown Boss. I think this is really, it's definitely my playstyle. Maybe if I learn how to play Comboss a little better, I'll consider that version better, but I like Pine Clone. Oh my gosh, he's skipping me. He's feeding Pine Clones. Guys, never play Biodome Botanist ever. It's never a good idea. It's a free Pine Clone, Daddy. Whee! Heck yeah. Look at this value. Oh my gosh. What? 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 Okay, well this dies. I think this overall is a good thing. No, this dies. It's dead. This dies. This one lives, and these two actually live. All of his guys die. I think we're fine here. Splash! Splash! And just 5 to our face. Whee! And the trade. That overall helped us more than it helped him, I think. Oh wow, so we got another Pine Clone. So this does 6. Nice play, bro. Should I just go phase here? What could he possibly do to get rid of a 3/3? Nothing? How about nothing? So I could almost just go for lethal like this though. He's played a lot of cards. I mean, he's played a lot of cards. This is usually lethal with the Pine Clone play. We got a lot of options here. What if he has a 1-cost bonus attack and he gets strike through? Then he wins. You know what the real play is here? Should I tell you what the actual play is? Here's the real play. This is it right here. The chances of him winning are so low. We usually win on this board, by the way. As long as the block, if we roll all 2s, we win. Chance of winning solo, he would need to have some crazy I don't even want to think of all the possibilities. Some really, really dumb, huge, giganticus thing where he got his super and that, okay, good. Yeah, it's actually correct. Now he needs a gravestone or he loses on the spot. God damn it. Gosh darn it. Now what do we do? Pressure. Okay. He's running out of cards now. I do not regret the play I made last turn. He did get out of it. But... the bounce. Give me Repeat Moss back. Idiot. Worst thing he could have done. Imagine giving Repeat Moss back to Captain Combustible. I don't think it was a good play, guys. I don't think it was a good play. Just my opinion. I don't think that was a good play. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a good play. That might have almost been the foul of the century, is giving back Repeat Moss to Captain Combustible. I don't want to like go out on a limb. I don't want to like really get ahead of myself here, but I'm just gonna say 8 and 2. This guy is the dunnest guy. Remember the other guy? Remember the other guy? Remember the other guy? Remember that again? Remember that guy? Whee! Yeah. More like Yeet Moss. Is there a way to remove the chat on mobile? Yes. Press the chat button. Should be there. Look for it. If you need instructions, look it up on YouTube. I'm sure someone will explain. Alright. So that's it, guys. We're in a 7-2 scenario, essentially, guys. No one had what? There's no subscribers here. Whoa, no one subscribed. This is a pure 7-2 scenario. It's all coming down to Beta-Carrotina. Of course, we are running Citron, exact same deck list as with Citron. Now, I really think this is good. The only difference is going to be the superpowers. Superpowers of Beta-Carrotina are garbage, especially genetic amplification, but they could be good. Especially on turn 3, you actually have the thing where you play Triceratops Lightspeed Seed. Ends up being a 3/5. These two are fine, really, since you have Dino Roars in the deck. Genetic amplification could be okay. I don't know when you'd ever play this on turn 1, but maybe. If you don't have any other ones. I think these are fine. There's really these superpowers between the card draw and switching lanes. Not as good as Citron's, but they're fine. Except for her ultimate. I already explained this deck before in Citron, but yeah, you are going to be developing tempo and then bouncing everything they play off the field. If it's a big minion, if it's a gravestone, if it's a bunch of small minions, or if it's a trick, you're going to be able to answer everything after you've established your strong tempo. Let's get right into the games. Right into the games. It all comes down to this for the channel point bets. That's the most important part of the stream. Doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Cheesecake? Is this my good friend Cheesecake sniping me with the smash? Is that what's going on right now? He's showing me his new smash deck. Pretty good deck builder, by the way, this guy. There's a few quiet, very big contributors to the community in terms of deck building. One of them most certainly is Sayman, I would say. It's probably the most. Cheesecake definitely even helped me prepare for the tournament for a hot minute. So. He kind of inspired mid-flare. Now, he didn't actually write the actual deck list, but it was kind of his idea. Take it from there. Really glad he did not have Cyborg on 2. That would have really hurt this. Anti-Guardian, again, can beat this, you know. Mop package. Oh my gosh. Is this Mop? No. Do not play Janitor. Mop package can wreck this deck, by the way. It's really bad. I'm going to play around Weed Spray. This Rescue Radish is cool. I shall play around Weed Spray. We actually had 2 ways of playing around Weed Spray. This also would work. I like, by the way, against Hardy Heroes anyway, keeping this for turn 3, and when they pass turn 3, just hit them with this and just waste their entire turn 3, because they're like going for Weed Spray or Hand of Devastation or whatever. Extinction Event, it's okay here, but it's actually pretty sad because it doesn't even remove anything. Okay. I have no idea what this deck is. We've seen Black Hole, Extinction Event, and Endowed. Maybe he'll actually do something here. Maybe he won't. Perhaps he won't. See ya. It's a very heavy tempo Spring Beam. These Triceratops are going to have a chance to grow another turn now, which is quite nice indeed. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Please do not go for... I mean, if he passes, we're just gonna pair Cubs. If he plays that card again, I guess we have to do this, right? Weed Spray would be pretty sad here. It's still good, even with the pair cup on the field. But... Sting, oh man, it's so slow. Look how much value the Forget-Me-Nuts is giving us. It actually procs. It doesn't proc the block. It actually doesn't proc the block. Right, mate. Right, too. They see me rolling. Does it actually go there? Didn't know that. It's okay there. Maybe I should have played this. Oh. Wow, that's a good card. That's a pretty good card right there, man. Pretty damn good. Oh no, come on. Okay. No, don't smash! Ah, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think about block and smash. I wonder if that whole play should have been different anyway. This Parakeet's getting pretty sad. Oh wow, that hold it. Yuck. This isn't looking too good. Hey. So the environment happens before the hunt, right? This will have 4 health. Ugh, we're just feeding so hard. I think it's... Well... This will be a 3-4. That's a print. What is he gonna go for here? Where's the Brainanas when you need them? Well said, not getting more value out of that. Okay. Well, anyway, what he was doing. This is mop package. This actually is mop package. You just didn't get any janitors. It's definitely mop package. Every card. This is a really good answer to Beta. He actually hard sniped me here. Come on, man. You don't do that here. And this hand doesn't do anything. It's very, very sad indeed. Quite sad indeed. I don't want to feed him cards. I really don't want to feed him. I can't do anything. Even just being able to develop these in amphibious lanes would be nice. This is a good answer to this deck, though. I guess we have to develop this. It's so sad. Maybe I should have played 2 cards there. I don't know. Well. Should I count this if it's a sniper using a hard counter to this deck, though? I don't know if I should count it. You guys think I should count this? I think a really strong amphibious team-up minion could be good here. It's not doing that much. Neither am I. Oh, this is so weird. Guess that's good. I mean, it's not no, but I mean, I typically, if there's someone, I don't know why he's doing this. Cheesecake's my friend. It'd be better than if you're gonna snipe me. At least use normal. Don't use the hard. I mean, serious mop smash is like one of the best matchups against this because it doesn't die to gravestones. There's no single minion that Spring Bean just demolishes. It doesn't die that much to Shrinking Violet because of all the things like Hunting Grounds, and then it also just mops up the early game. It's actually the perfect counter to this deck. Why did he take out that instead of taking out the Fume Shroom? I feel like it's what's gonna make us win this game. I wanted to draw another card, I guess. It's not on the viewer list. Well, I'm sure he shut his stream at least. But, still. Finally got Galacto. We needed this about 10 turns ago. Like literally. Like literally. There's no way of 2 and 3. So the play is to try to move this over to proc his block. I mean, what if he kills this card though? I guess if he can kill this and kill the other one for the same price, right? Whoops. We need to block this one and get our tractor and we can win. This is actually winnable. Now his heal. See, actually this doesn't. I think this doesn't spawn. No, it's a team up. No, we have enough. We need if we roll a 3 and get tractor, we win. I don't think we're gonna roll a 3. Roll a 3 and get tractor. No, well. Oh, I didn't remember that part. In fact, if the Galacta would have been here and the Lima would have been here, that wouldn't have happened, but we didn't block anyway. I don't know. Do I count it? You know what? You know what? I'm going to message him right now, and if he was actually purposely sniping me with that deck, I'm not going to count it. And I'll take his word for it. And if he says he just happened to bump into me in ranked, then I will count it. That's what I'm coming for. That's where it's coming down to. It's coming down to the word of the cheesecake. This is cheesecake from my thing. Was that intentional? There's a lot of channel points on the line here. Was that an intentional snipe? He says no, I'm just pushing ultimate. I mean, I believe him. He's not the type of guy who's gonna hard counter snipe me on a stream like this. He's responding right now. He says no, I'm just pushing ultimate.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, and Nemesis. Hello, Deborah. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're having a wonderful New Year. Man, you are still around. All right, Cheesecake says he's sorry and he did not try to match me. I believe him because he's never done anything for me to really suspect him. I really think that was an innocent It was not a snipe, and he certainly wasn't trying to like hard counter my deck with a counter. So I'm gonna count that, as I said, and we did lose technically. I'm gonna count it as a loss. Therefore, I trust him. He's my good friend Cheesecake. So the answer is no. By the end of the day, I mean, the Beta-Carrotina lost to a hard counter. What else lost today? Which of these other decks actually lost? We got A-Beans took an L to, I don't even remember what. To some weird ramp deck. And the third deck that lost was Grass Knuckles to the Wild Field Clear. We had 3 tremendous flukes. But no, if you want to be able to counter this deck, and if people actually start playing it, try Mop Smash. It's a little bit weird how, not the most powerful of decks, but it just plays a niche in terms of countering this, like I explained. Once again, it doesn't run any gravestones, doesn't have a bunch of small field clearable minions, and it doesn't have any single big minion that it plays. So all the late game is kind of useless, and then between the environments and the mops, it does counter all the dogs and the cheese cutters and the cyborgs. It just counters the early game guardian package really well. So very unlucky there. But the answer is no. Congratulations, everyone who doubted us on New Year. So that was a really, really good stream. I think even the losses really sort of brought out the strengths of the deck, but brought out the weaknesses too. I guess it's just as important. We ended up even hitting Ultimate League tonight. I guess we'll have to wait for the next stream for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Happy New Year's. And can't wait to see what this next year brings us on this channel. Peace. This is Fry.